What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build here in The Sims 4. One thing that I do want to apologize for really quickly is how saturated my game is. I've been playing around with Reshade, trying to get some different presets in there, and this is the one I like, but I was fiddling around with the saturation and the brightness and stuff, and I think I made it a little bit too bright because you can tell how blinding the grass is, and then I use a lot of red in this build and the red is very blinding as well, so I do apologize about that. But we are building a high school, so sorry I said that so hard, but we're building a high school. Yeah, so if you didn't know, there was a recent leak, or what we think to be a leak, in the game. There was a survey that came out that was asking about the expansion packs that we have so far, and like which ones we own and which ones we've played and how we like them and stuff like that. And on that list they have high school. There's a expansion pack named high school on that list, and obviously we don't have an expansion pack named high school, so people are thinking that that could be the very next expansion pack to come out. So I decided to build a high school. Now I've said this in other videos, I believe, but now as far as, you know, the mechanics of the pack and how it's going to actually work, I have no idea. I kind of don't see a high school lot type being a thing. But I don't really know how it's gonna work. I think the pack would be rendered pretty useless if the high school was just a rabbit hole. So if that's if this is even true. I don't know. I hope it is. I would really love a high school pack. That would just be so cool. But anyway, yeah, so the shell of it is pretty much coming together. This is the proper high school, and then in the back we're gonna make a little gym and a little parking lot and stuff like that. I don't think I do the parking lot on camera, but you definitely will see it at some point while I'm back there. Now I'm just trying to figure out the colors. At first I wanted a yellow color scheme, but then I went with this kind of burgundy red kind of color. It's not really burgundy. It's close to burgundy, but when we get into the interiors, the wallpaper that I use is like full on red and it's not burgundy. So I would say the colors, like the colors for this school are red, white, and black. The mascot ends up being a peacock because if you don't know, with the last kit we got, the Decor to the Max kit, there's a peacock statue that comes with that kit, and it just worked perfectly as like a high school mascot statue. So I used it in a few different places in this build. Now I'm just using this eco lifestyle kind of wall piece, these like wood panels, just as like a little detail out on the bump out parts in the front. That's the main entrance, and then under these awnings, that's gonna just be some outdoor seating. Maybe the kids go out there for lunch sometimes, or to study, or to wait for their parents to come pick them up or whatever. These flags are from university. So those little sidewalks that I have coming off of the small sitting area, I'm gonna put some benches there. This is the school signing. I end up putting another sign underneath it just because the one didn't look big enough. Just looked funny. So I was thinking like that sign is like the proper name for the high school, and then the sign that I put under it, I was thinking could say like founded in 1964 or whatever. I would say this is a pretty new high school though, because it's very modern. You know, older high schools don't look like this. Definitely newer schools look like this. They could still be built in like 2003 or something, but you know, modern high schools don't really look like this anymore. I live in Texas, and a lot of the high schools here are older, and they damn near look like, I don't even know, like old Victorian castles. I don't even know how to describe them, but they look like really old, like traditional, like plantation homes almost. A lot of high schools here. So yeah, but this part I really liked. It really gave me school, because you know all schools have this like awning walkway from like the main school building to like the gym or something. So that gave me really school. This is like a courtyard area. So another area where they can come out and eat lunch. I make it a little bigger later on. I don't know if I do that on or off camera. Ooh, excuse me. But down here, I just end up putting some picnic benches and stuff along those lines. I do apologize for the video moving so fast if it makes you dizzy or anything like that. This build was over 4 hours of footage, and I haven't built anything that big, or it hasn't taken me that long to build something in a very long time. So I got this video down to like 27 minutes. I had to cut out a lot. So I'm going to have to tell you a lot of the things that I put instead of show you, because this would have been a 35-minute video, and there's just no way. I usually don't like to do speed builds over 25 minutes just because I run out of things to talk about when I'm sitting here doing the voiceover and stuff like that. But I feel like with this school, there's a lot to say about it, because I'm gonna have to explain everything. But we're doing the landscaping right now. I just looked around this is what I do for landscaping all the time. I just look around the lot and see what's around, and this bush was like around the corner, so I didn't want it. There's a bush like literally right across the street that I could have used. But that one is a little more like wildly grown, and I wanted one that was a little more manicured, because you know, when you were in school and you'd be sitting in class, there was always, you know, the landscaping people outside doing something. They were mowing some grass, they were cutting some bushes, they were always doing something while you were in class. So yeah, I figured it'd be very, very manicured. I was gonna say something. Oh, so this lot, I made it a library lot, and I put it up. It's up on the gallery already, so you can check it out. I ended up naming it Windenburg High School. I don't think I'm gonna title this video Windenburg High School, but the lot name is Windenburg High School, and I made it a teen hangout. And if I forgot to do this, then you can do it yourself. But I made it a teen hangout and a good study spot. I think I did. I know I made it yes. I made it a teen hangout and a good study spot. I don't think I put a third lot trait on there, but I definitely put teen hangout and study spot. So teens should come to this lot. And maybe university students will come here, since it's a good study spot. But it's obviously, this lot is not very functional in the game as it is right now, because we don't have functional high schools. But you could still bring your Sims here and act like you're going to school. Yeah. You could just have them go into each class and do something, or go play basketball, or whatever the case may be. I mean, there won't be a whole bunch of other Sims on this lot with them. But yeah. So this is a library lot. You can change it to a park. You can change it to a generic lot. You can change it to pretty much whatever you want, as long as it fits within the parameters of whatever's required of that lot type. But here we are working on this little outside bit. So I just put some chairs. I'm pretty sure that table's base game and those chairs, I think, are backyard stuff or perfect patio. One of the two, maybe perfect patio. Not 100% sure. I always get backyard stuff and perfect patio mixed up. I think perfect patio is more so of the modern stuff. So those may be perfect patio. And then that's the statue that came with Decor to the Max that I'm kind of using as like the school mascot statue. it's on this little raised platform piece with a fountain, and this is like the main like lunch courtyard. So you come out here during lunch and eat or whatever. You may come out there and sit during free period or study hall or whatever you call it where you're from. Well, I'm from Louisiana, and we didn't have free periods or study halls. We were in back-to-back classes, seven periods every day. But yeah, or you could go sit out there in between classes or whatever. Even though realistically you only have 5 minutes in between classes in real life, it's only on shows where it seems like they have 15 minutes in between classes to just sit and chill in the hallway. Like in TV shows, you never see people rushing to class. Like they're just sitting at their locker chilling, or they go sit down in the library and have a whole discussion in between classes, and it's like, oh, okay. But this is just the main entrance. So right outside that door, okay. I know it's going fast, but bear with me. So there's this staircase right here, and there's a door. And on the other side of that door, that black door, is the main entrance. So like where your parents or any visitors, that's where they would have to check in with like the receptionist before they were able to get into the proper school. And then if you turn right, as soon as you enter that door, so there's that black peacock statue. And if you turn right, there's a small hallway. Above that archway with the flags, there's a hallway. You can kind of see it to the right of your screen now. There's a hallway there that leads to 3 offices. There's one bigger office and 2 smaller offices. The bigger office is the principal's office, and then the smaller office to its left is the vice principal's office, and then the office, like if you walk in and just keep straight, that office is the counselor's office. So you can kind of tell you'll be able to tell by how I furnish them which is which. The counselor's office looks more fun and colorful and inviting. They have like pillows on the ground as seats. And then the principal's office is more fancier. The principal has more acclamations, degrees and stuff on the wall, and then the vice principal's office isn't as nice, and they don't have as many degrees on the wall as the principal. So you'll be able to tell which is which. But this is the cafeteria. So I was going for this red and black at first because that's the school colors, but the legs on the chairs are different colors with every color you choose. So that kind of made me mad. So I just went all white. But it works out because I like how the all white looks. It looks more uniform. It looks, more like a cafeteria in my opinion with the all white. I really like the cafeteria. When I was taking the screenshots, I was like, wow, this like really looks like a cafeteria. These cafeteria objects are functional. They came with university, but if you were to play with this lot for whatever reason or try to use it, you would have to hire someone to come and work those lunch stations. It would be 100 simoleons per workstation. So that's completely up to you. Now we're working on the library. So this is a 2-story library. Library. There's an R after the B. It's not library, it's library. So these are like the 2 main librarians. Like maybe the desk to the right is like the main librarian, and then the desk to the left is like the student worker. That's all, there's always a student worker in the library. And then upstairs there's going to be another desk maybe for the secondary librarian to kind of watch the students that are up there. Or maybe it's the computer teacher, because the computer lab is what's going to be on the second floor of the library. So maybe the desk that's upstairs is for the computer, like the computer teacher. You know how in school, I don't know if this is for everyone, but When I was in school, they made us take like a computer class where you learn to type and you learn just all things computers, like how to save a Word document and set up a Word document and just stuff like that. Just computer class, you know. But yeah, that's going to be on the second floor. So this is just a seating area, some tables for studying, or if anyone comes in here to do homework or whatever. There's more seating that's going to be upstairs. I am going to also put some chairs in here for anyone that wants to sit down and actually read. But right now we're just kind of cluttering up the walls with a whole bunch of clutter. You know, not clutter, but like posters and decorations and stuff. You know, schools always have this kind of stuff everywhere. So yeah. And the chairs that I use for seating areas are these Dream Home Decorator ones. So I put a couch underneath the staircase just to have something in that area. And then I put some more around. Well, yeah, I think we're upstairs now. So we're using, I don't end up using those tables. I end up using these just to match downstairs. So everything's uniform and everything's the same, because that's how it would be in a school. Placing these computers, and then so I only do those. That's 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 12 computers, and then I do these 2 kind of bar height tables as extra seating if there's anyone, you know, if there's a study group that wants to come up here or anything like that, or like if this is where the computer classes are taught, maybe when you're done with your assignment on the computer, you can go over to those tables and work on other homework or whatever the case may be. Again, now we're just placing a whole bunch of posters around. Now that I think about it, I should have deleted a lot of that footage of me just placing different posters around, because it ends up being the same things over and over again. Because again, that's very realistic for a school. It would be the same things over and over again. Not over and over again, but excuse me. Oh, that's the first yawn of the video. I almost freaked out because I have a meeting. I am at home, but I have a meeting at 2 and it's only 11:47. So, but it still freaked me out. I don't know what's going on right here. I don't know if it's my, okay. It was like glitching and like there was a long pause. I don't know if it was my software glitching out or if I was actually paused, like not doing anything at that moment while building. I don't know. But over here, this is just a little seating area. I used to be a substitute teacher and I would sub at this middle school, and they, in the hallways outside of every classroom, they had these like study booths, and they were just that. They were booths that the kids could sit in. Sometimes they would ask the teacher to, like, if they were doing an assignment, they would ask the teacher, oh, can I go sit out there and do the assignment or whatever? But so I just kind of did like a little study booth area over there just to fill out that space. And now we're working on the actual classroom. So this first classroom is a science classroom. So what we have in here, we have the recycling machine. I don't know what it's called. We also have the fabricator. We also have, there's a table that comes with Strangerville that has like test tubes and beakers on it. I don't know if it's a functional object, but I do put that, I do have that in here. And then there's 2 tables that come with Strangerville, and I put both of them in here, but I end up deleting one of them, and I put the archaeology table in here that comes with Jungle Adventure. So this room does have some things you can do in it. And then that shower off in the corner, excuse me, is it's a proper shower, but like I figured it could be like a containment, like if someone spilt chemicals and they needed to get in there to wash up, like I've seen those in science classes in real life. So yeah, and then right next door we have the wood shop classroom. So just, yeah, this is the class where your Sims would, I'm saying this like this would be functional, but this is the class that you would learn wood shop. My school in high school or junior high, whatever, growing up, I didn't have a school that had wood shop, but in every TV show you see, there's definitely a wood shop class. I also put the robotics machines at the back of this class for where you could make robots. That came with Discovery University. That probably would have made more sense in the science classroom, but there wasn't any room. I didn't have any more room in the science classroom to fit that. So they are in the wood shop room because, yeah, the robots have nothing to do with wood shop now that I think about it, but oh well. And then what we ended up putting all over the place is just kind of different objects that look like they could have been made by students in the class, to clutter up the wall. And then right next door, we have the home ec classroom. This is another class that I didn't really have growing up. My high school had a version of home ec, but it wasn't like, from my understanding, they didn't really do a whole lot, probably because they didn't trust kids to cook in school. But like the version of home ec at my high school was more so like a parenting class, if you can believe that. Like they would have to carry around a fake baby. And every now and then they would have to make like cookies or something. But like that's literally all they did. Every year you saw people walking around with cookies and you saw people walking around with fake babies, but you never saw them walking around with anything else. Like they didn't make cakes, they didn't make cupcakes, they didn't make lemonade, like they didn't do anything, like from my understanding. But that was one of the bathrooms, by the way. I don't furnish them on camera. I just use the university stalls, some sinks from Dream Home Decorator, a base game mirror, and the get to work like soap disposal dispense thingy and the get to work napkin dispenser. But yeah, this is the home ec classroom, so we have that. Just cluttering it up, finishing it up. That's pretty much it for it. Oh, we still have to put all the posters up. Nothing crazy, just everything that I found that has food in it is what went up in here on the walls. I should have put some, like, sorry if you heard that. It was like a weird, like, I don't know what my mouth just did. I should have put up some like warning signs or something by the stove, but yeah, that's the home ec room. Just getting those. And now we're moving over to the elective side. So that side of home economics would kind of be an elective, but I was thinking that side of the school was more so like wood shop would be an elective too. So never mind. Well, my first thought was that side of the school was like your actual subjects, and then this side of the school was like your electives. But wood shop and home ec would definitely be electives. But anyway, this is the music room. If I would have thought about it and made it bigger, I would have made it a choir room. But because, you know, when you get to high school, you don't really have like a music class. When you get to junior high, you don't really have a music class. Elementary school is really the only grades where you have like a music class where you go in there and you specifically learn about music. But in junior high and high school, you get to choose, like, do you want to be in choir? yeah. And then in choir, you learn about music. But I guess this could be like a music theory class or something like that. These are signs that I'm putting on the wall, but I pretend that they can be like acoustic. I don't know what you call them, like the foam boards you put on the wall to make to make the sound better in the room. I forget what that's called. But in that room, in the music room, I put some pianos. I put the DJ station. I put the music producer like stand, and I think that's it. And then just some desk. And then this is the art room. So we have 6 easels in here. We do have the candle maker. I only have one. I think that's all the playable objects I put in here is the candle maker and the easels. I should have put one more easel like by the teacher's desk as like so she could teach. Oh, and I forgot to mention the behind every desk, like teacher's desk, behind every teacher's desk, I put a TV. It's not meant to be a TV. It's meant to be a smart board. I have no idea what's in schools now. Even though I was a substitute, I have no idea what's in schools now. I don't know if smart boards are still a thing or if they've moved on to whatever the next thing is. But when I was in high school, when smart boards like first got introduced. And so it's basically just a chalkboard that's digital, if that makes sense. It connects to your computer instead of having to bring out like that overhead device. If you even know what an overhead is. But yeah, so I picture those are smart boards. So if you do download and play on this lot, expect a lot of people to go into all the rooms and watch TV. And this is the gym. So those benches are from City Living. The chairs that I put down, I'm imagining that's where like the teams sit as they're like waiting to play the game, or like where the alternates sit and stuff like that. I could have done some proper bleachers if I would have used platforms, and I could have fit a few platforms in here, maybe 3. But I didn't feel like doing it. So we have benches, and I think it works. I like the way it looks. It is The Sims, so this isn't functional anyway. But yeah, you can definitely have your Sims come and play in here. But anyway, guys, I think the screenshots are about to start rolling. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it. And I will see you all then. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. And let me know down in the comments if you're excited for a high school pack and what you think it could work. How do you think it could work? But anyway, thanks guys. Bye.